Hi guys, I'm Mel, author of the Relationships and Mental Illness blog on HealthyPlace. And today I thought I would just share a little bit about my recent re-diagnosis with BPD after having spent years believing I didn't have it anymore, and how I kind of knew that that was what was happening because of how I was behaving in the relationships in my life. So I was diagnosed with BPD in my early to mid 20s. And then after leaving a year-long outpatient program, I was told that I didn't have BPD anymore because I didn't meet enough of the kind of requirements to have that diagnosis. And so I spent quite a few years thinking I just had depression and anxiety. I was told that I had complex PTSD by several therapists. And then just within the last year or two, I noticed that there were more kind of BPD-like symptoms cropping up. So the intensity of self-harm, urges, and suicidal thoughts was presenting itself. I was behaving in a more passive-aggressive way in my relationships. And this really came to a head when I left Toronto at the end of last year and spent 6 months in the suburbs living with my friend and her husband and two children. I hadn't lived with other people in many years. And I found that, especially living with a man my age, which was my friend's husband, and their two children, those were both quite triggering experiences for me. So after a number of months of living with them there, I think it really was kind of taking a toll on me. And I noticed that I was behaving in a way that just felt like BPD. I ended up spending a night in the psych ward because my suicidal thoughts and self-harm urges were getting to a really uncomfortable degree. And after I spent a night in the psych ward, I had the psychiatrist do a interview with me, or a meeting with me over Zoom. And he told me that it did sound like I still have borderline personality disorder. So I think it's been a journey to accept, again, that that is the diagnosis I have. There's a lot of stigma around BPD, and it's not a great kind of outlook for my future, in a way, to embrace that that's what I have, because it's not like there's a cure. The symptoms are going to continue to be there. I just have to learn how to manage them as well as I can. But it's a bit scary to own that diagnosis. But actually what I've decided to do is essentially lean into it and accept that I do have BPD, and I'm actually speaking and writing about it as well. So that's how I've decided to embrace it and move forward.